Go to any school in America right now, and you'll find that there's one issue that's on more minds than any other. I'm talking, of course, about bullying. Now, in the sharing of bullying statistics or the discussion of new rules or laws, it becomes real easy to forget about the kids that actually face this issue every day. The story we're about to share is about one of these kids. Back in middle school, she became the target of relentless threats, taunts, and harassment. But instead of succumbing to the threats of others, she showed great resolve and unwavering character. Her personal challenges would become the very foundation for change. Her name is Ashley Craig, and she's a change maker.
Basically what happened was it started over something as stupid as throwing sharpened pencils. There were 5 boys, boys I guess being boys in a way, horsing around doing gym. They threw pencils at one girl, she got hurt. They threw one at me. I didn't get hurt, but they knocked me over. I kind of picked up my stuff and scurried out as fast as I could. It was very, very hard because I was 12 and the youngest was 13, the oldest was 16, so very intimidating. They called me every name in the book, they'd follow me. I mean, it was just terrifying, and that went on for about 4.5 months until I came home to my parents and said, finally, after telling them everything that happened, and after dealing with it for 4.5 months, I said, I can't take it anymore. I can't do this anymore.
It just kept getting progressively worse. She couldn't get away from it. You know, we called the school. There's rules in place. There's things that they have to do for the other children. They have the rights to do to protect them. And in the end, it was a very hard decision, and it was a week of crying. And the ultimate decision was that she had to move her classes to get away from it.
It worked out for Ashley. It was Ashley's decision to move forward that way, and it ended up resolving it at least for the moment, so she could get through it and move on from the experience.
It still haunts me to this day. You know, when you dream and you remember and going back and being cornered by someone who is 6 foot tall and you're 4'10", and I mean, crying and just not wanting to go to school, being fake sick, and I mean, it was terrible. It was terrible.
Thanks to a strong support network composed of Ashley's family, friends, teachers, and counselors, she was able to get through this difficult time. But years later, when she was preparing for high school, all these feelings came rushing back when a desperate friend came to her in need of help.
It was right after spring break, right before summer. So we were all excited, and in the corner off to the side, there was this boy sitting in the corner, and he had a frown on his face. And this kid was always the happiest kid and always willing to have a conversation. So I went over to him and I asked him what was going on with a big smile on my face like I would do for anybody. And he said one statement, and that statement was, Ashley, I'm gonna end it.
This experience became a catalyst for Ashley, and she decided to take action. This action took the form of Students Against Being Bullied, a nonprofit organization dedicated to bullying prevention.
Overall, it's a 4-tiered program, but the 2 most important pieces are Phase 1 and Phase 2. Phase 1 is what we use in high schools, middle schools, elementary schools, even preschools. Basically any school that is looking for anti-bullying resources. We have 2 text lines, after-school activity meetings, and a safe room that we use here at High Point, and we're trying to branch out to other schools. And then Phase 2 is spreading awareness. I do multiple presentations and I try to get my name out there as well as my program, as well as just the overall anti-bullying message.
When she came to me with those ideas, she had put a lot of time into a PowerPoint that explained the intensity of the issue and really made adults stand up and listen.
Ashley's passion for the cause quickly caught on, not just in her own school, but in others as well. She became looked at as a leader by fellow students and adults.
I see Ashley succeeding, but I see her doing it in a way that really helps others. Whether it's kids, whether she brings that into her adulthood, I know that she's going to have a lasting and positive effect on her community. And I think now when you look at what's possible, I think Ashley's community could be nationwide.
3 years ago when I started this and started looking into it, never did I think that I'd be traveling to San Diego with my aunt to do this huge anti-bullying conference with a national organization. And you know, there's nothing better than a feeling of grabbing a microphone and going and speaking about what you're passionate about and what really energizes you. So, I mean, it's without words, I mean, to describe it, it's just amazing. It takes 10 seconds of courage to make a huge difference. And it literally took me so much courage to walk up the 4 steps that I did on the stage and talk to 1,200 kids about my story. But I did it, and it started this amazing, amazing chapter in my life. If you have something you're passionate about, don't wait, because before you know it, the opportunity will be gone. My name is Ashley Craig, and I'm a change maker.
Do you think you know or are a change maker? Then we want to know why. Find us on Facebook and share your story there, or email us directly at changemakers@cweducation.com.